All right. This is the settlement to end all confrontation. I am Melanix. I lived in Atlanta from 2015 to 2022, January 28th. I left. I landed in where I am now currently, January 29th. I'm making this video. Somebody said something about we don't come to Atlanta to build community or whatever. First and foremost, I never went to Atlanta to get on. I already researched Atlanta and the inner workings of Atlanta, watching movies by Zaytoven, where he even stated people move here, want to do music, whatever, but people who already have a foot in the door somewhere, they'll put their friends on before they'll put you on. He said that in the movie, so I already knew. People, when I lived in Miami, already told me some people may treat you a certain way depending on where you come from because they'll have a fixed judgment on people from the area you come from. That way they'll treat you a certain type of way. I only went to Atlanta to do a rap and an art show because in Miami, the population is predominantly Spanish. Nothing against my Spanish people. The Spanish community is 90% black. And even still, I love people. We're going to X that out. Moving forward, ATL Bombshell responded with, "We come down here not trying to build community." My problem was this. I never went there to do anything or step on your toes. I actually went to do a rap and an art show. That was the initial reason because in Miami, I had a few shows, but they have a very tight-knit circuit of how they do things. Fine, I'll go somewhere else. Before I even went to Atlanta, people told me how it was going to be and to be mindful. I went with my glasses on. I didn't go trying to be super friendly, but I did have my wall up because I just can't accept, this so-called friendliness and attitude when it can be an act of deception. So, moving forward, I worked at a place called Highland Bakery, 800 Northeast Highland Avenue. I was ostracized. I suffered reverse discrimination, being an eccentric, artistic, expressive, straight man. My owner was of the community, and we had a male coworker. He did drag shows. They would pick with me all the time. Rappers would come in, such as Speech from Arrested Development, Killer Mike. I got along with the celebrities. This is why. Because living in New York, a friend of mine, he became an international artist, so I know how to be around people of a certain class status, if that makes sense. So I only went to Atlanta to do a rap and art show, which I wound up doing. I would work with different people. There was always a problem. I remember going to an artist showcase, P Brown Live, and I remember how unprofessional some people were. I remember names, and I'm going to name you. I'm not being petty. I'm just letting you know I have not forgotten. I have forgiven. So ATL Bombshell, before you talk about people coming down here not trying to do transactions, trying to come up, it sounds to me, even when I was at Highland Bakery, people would go to the manager and say, "I'm there to do my own thing." I never took the job to be a busboy for the next 10 years. I took the job so it could pay some rent while I'm there to do what I need to do to move ahead. Now, if we're going to build a community and be together, you're not asking me why my hair is green. You're not sitting up here telling me my swag is different. You're not sitting up here trying to put me into a box because that's what was going on. This is the settlement to all confrontation. When people move from someplace and they're used to their city being open 24 hours and they've grown up in places like New York or Boston or New Jersey, it's hard sometimes to transition into a place where things are a little slower. And yes, people are going to say things about their experience. I worked at Howell's on Northside Drive. I was ostracized and picked on because I was from Chicago. So you're picking with people based on where they're from. You mistreat people based on where they're from. You judge people based on where they're from without getting to know a person. People would ask me what kind of music I listen to. I said I listen to a lot, but trap isn't really my thing. Damn, you ain't messing with so. Whoa. I asked one dude, "Were you a Kendrick fan when he was K-Dot?" We have no answer. I worked at Conch City on Memorial Drive. I was picked on and ostracized because my hair was green and I cosplayed. This was when Amigos dropped Bad and Bougie. This is when 21 was on the XXX L cover, when XXX Tentacion was on the XXL cover, when yet Lil Yachty. I remember when I worked at Highland Bakery, before I moved, I caught wind of what's his name, OG Maco. I salute the brother for his sound and what he did. He came to Highland Bakery. He was pretty cool. He was a little standoffish, but at the end of the day, I told my coworkers who he was. He didn't even tip them people. I'm not mad at him. He just transitioned from where he's from. So it's hard for people to understand certain concepts. We all take times in evolving. We don't do it overnight. Nobody lives to my expectation. I know I don't live to nobody else's. But ATL Bombshell, be very mindful of what you're saying and put yourself in somebody else's shoes. I never went there to get on. People would try just because I had a different appearance. Everything else is cool. Everything else is okay. But I can't look how I want to look. I can't have an alternative appearance. But we can have our ways over that. Because I talk to a coworker now and she tells me that dude, people within certain communities, they mistreat each other. They all live in type of style. That's crazy. I'm just on the totem pole. Every from out is not ATL. Y'all need to stop. You all hate. Know them people hair. You know, my hair was green. I had a mohawk. I had to find a female to cut my hair the right way. That's crazy. From 2015 to 2022. You brothers couldn't get it right. I almost got into a fight at a barbershop on Redan. I had to explain to him how I want my hair. I don't understand. All that ghetto. Come on, man. This is a settlement to all confrontation. Y'all stop saying that. Yeah, the traffic's messed up. We know that. But people going to talk about the experiences. You going to bother somebody because they had a good experience somewhere and they move? Let me tell you why. My original invitation to Atlanta was from two females. Most of my female friends are bi or they're les. Oh yeah, I had a whole different experience with women, homeboy, and I don't do the P word. Trust and believe that one. So anyway, and the P word is PEG. That don't we don't play that. But anyway, her and her girlfriend came to New York City. I was standing on the corner with my homegirl. She was selling weed. They gave me a flyer. I started talking to him because the girl had dreads. She was from College Park. She was a red bone. I never forget it. She had gold teeth and she looked like she played for WNBA, and I like women of that caliber. That's my thing. Anyway, her girlfriend was cool. She was cool. Long story short, they gave me a flyer. It was this big. The design on the flyer looked like Where's Waldo type of thing. I'm gonna make this real short. So once she made it, gave me the flyer, they was like, yo, you cool, you invited. It was the No Man Labor Day party. She was like, it might be some dudes there, but you with me. And I got some homegirls. I don't mess with dudes, but I got some homegirls who will like me that probably like you. That was my first invitation to Atlanta. An AG invited me, and her girlfriend like my character and everything, because I'm used to, like, I know how to maneuver and I know how to treat people. I didn't take it. I stayed in New York until, I experienced what I experienced and I left. But I didn't go there with the mindset thinking, oh, every girl gonna want to talk to me. And my other pet peeve with the ATL was, you go to a bar, y'all don't want to talk, but when I'm non-drink saying, you think you're gonna help yourself to my hookah. You think I owe you a drink. You have no customer service unless I know the bartender. But after a certain time, I'm gone by then. ATL Bombshell, please put yourself in other people's shoes. Some people just go down there to see if I could do this one thing, then I could do something else. But then you got people who want to gatekeep and see how they can come up off the little thing you doing or try to knock you for what you doing and say you crazy for what you doing and then turn around and try to do the same thing. Please make it make sense. Before you run your mouth and jump in the comments, check yourself, because I've just intellectually wrecked you. Thank you so much, my black queen. with your divine feminine energy, I think you need to filter that divinity and that energy a little bit more. Every man that talks to you doesn't want nothing from you. Trust me, with the experience I had in the past, I could have been a father 3 or 4 times. Because I've been asked, would I like to father somebody's children? That we would have been in a relationship. Because when I told him, look, we going to be a family, things got a little different. And I can get that too. But I'm going to get to my beer because I just got off work and had a good day. And things are coming together for me since I left. I ain't been here nothing but a year and everything falling in place. You have a good day. And another thing, when you all accepted Hollywood, you accepted those demons. That's why the city's like that. Y'all take care. Protect yourself. Strap up your mind as well.